We also heard this week that TikTok is planning to add, quote, community notes, end quote, in the US this week as more social media platforms move away from the fact-checking model. However, TikTok does plan to keep both for the time being, as fact-checking and community notes, it seems. However, as we reported a few weeks ago, this comes where Meta and X, of course, have moved away from specific fact-checking in the feeling that community notes are better and allows for less staff cost, but also to fact check and be able to remove political bias. As per TikTok, Footnotes will draw a collective knowledge of the TikTok community by allowing people to add relevant information to content on our platform. It will also add to our sites measurable to help people understand the relatability to the content and access authenticated sources, including our content labels, search banners, and our fact-checking program and more. The question, I suppose, is more when it comes to the idea of community notes as a whole. If the reason behind them is to remove fact-checking, to remove that political bias, surely then the community notes don't fix this problem, as it's only moved it to someone else's challenge, e.g. the viewer who's in the community is going to help submit the note in the first place. How did TikTok claim this is going to work? Quote, it's mostly allowing contributors with different opinions to leave and vote on the most helpful footnotes, and only footnotes that meet a threshold of helpful will be visible to the community, which in the broader point, the community will vote on too. With the Social Media Today reporting that, quote, various studies have now shown on certain topics that will never have agreement and divisive political, and this will create a situation where the divisive political misinformation will never be flagged within such process. Adding to TikTok says footnote argument increasing the site's platform measurability and feature. For example, we add labels to context that cannot be verified. We provide various information from TikTok's election center and search. We can also continue to partner with more than 20 IFC associated fact-checking organizations to ensure that the content that's been posted on TikTok above also 60 languages and 130 markets around the world. Footnotes adds to the efforts in being able to add more detail, missing or further context, be able to give. I believe it's going to be one of these things where I think the more you can add and the more context you can give, the better for everyone as a viewer. Do you personally think that footnotes or community notes is the way to limit or remove misinformation from being amplified on social media platforms? Or do you feel that TikTok's mixed approach may actually likely create a better system as a whole? Or do you feel it could actually fall because of those political issues or things that potentially is never going to be agreed on as a whole? For me, I think it's one of those things where the burden of proof, and I've said this before, but I think the burden of proof is and should be one of those things where you as a viewer and the platforms and everyone need to do better, but especially you as a viewer, you need to be in a position where you can be more educated and you're willing to do more education and be a bit more skeptical whenever you consume content. But that is going to wrap up today's show, so thank you ever so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video and you would like to see more like it, make sure to be subscribed, and if you'd like to hear how video can help your business in 2025, I'll leave my information somewhere around this video, and I'll see you very, very soon.